Okay, before we start our activities, I just wanted to clarify that I am not an occupational therapist. So what we're going to discuss today is some either free or cheap fine motor activities that you can work on with your child, that you can make yourself to work on with your child. So one of the first things is you will notice that sometimes the occupational therapist will work with your children on lacing. And so if you would like to make a lacing board, this is just cardboard that I have punched holes into, and then you can lace through the cardboard with just a shoestring. And you can buy the shoestrings, I think a couple of pairs at the Dollar Tree if you wanted to. And if you don't have another one, I did it in a triangle. And then if you if you don't have a box, you could always try, it won't be quite as durable, but you could try index cards. Or if you're wanting to make sure they have a little more skill and so they don't rip the cards, you could use index cards. Another way that you could do it is you could just cut up straws, and then you could lace the pieces of straws onto the string like this. And you could make a pattern with it. You could say red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, green. You could do lots of little things. And if they have difficulty with the flimsiness of the string, you could try something more like a okay. Another thing you can try is inserting things into like into little holes. You'll notice that actually takes some skill trying to get things into the little holes. So this one is a spice container. I think it might have been chili peppers or something like that. No, it wasn't red pepper. It was garlic. I can smell it. For this one, these are just they're like larger toothpicks, but you can put toothpicks down in it, or they have to put the toothpicks in the holes. Or you can, oops, let me put those all back in. Or if you have things like gum containers, if you want something with a bigger hole, you can use something with gum containers, that kind of thing. You can put little pom-poms in them. Can they get the pom-poms in it? You could put those. Or you can do, this is also a gum container. It has a smaller hole, but the thing that you want to remember, or at least I like to when I was making these, is that you want something that opens because it's easier to get all the pieces out. If you have this small hole, it means you have to kind of shake them out. It's a little more difficult. That one's a pretty decent size hole, but you don't want. You can also do a matching activity. This is one of those medicine, like 7-day medicine things that I got from the Dollar Tree. And if you take it apart, then the students can, let's put the blue ones in the blue, and let's put the purple ones in the purple. And you could do the green ones in the green, etc. So that they can also do a matching activity. Can they hit the hole, or can they put it in the container? And okay. And then in regards to colors, if you have popsicle sticks, you can also do the last activity with popsicle sticks. They're a little bigger than toothpicks. But you can paint these and match them. Or if you don't have any paint, you can color them with markers if you have markers, and color them different colors. These are colored. Move the painted ones over. These are colored with the same so that you can match them. So you can do a color activity with popsicle sticks. I have big ones and little ones, but you could do. Also for color activity, I got these from the Dollar Tree. You could also put the blocks in there. You can also make patterns. I put Velcro on my blocks just so that it would be a little easier to show making patterns. You can stick them together and make patterns, but you don't have to have the Velcro on there. You can do it without. You can make a pattern and then have the student copy it. You could say red, green, blue, and red, green, you could have them copy it with them. And then, so that they can learn to grasp things and squeeze. Oops, sorry. Then you could, if you have a cup and use some clothespins, you can put them on the cup. You can put them on a piece of paper. They also have little bitty clothespins that are a little harder to use, but they're also not quite as durable as large clothespins. You'll notice that they break apart. I have quite a few that have come into pieces like this, so they're not quite as durable as the bigger ones. But again, you could even put a number on this that says 4, and you could have them attach 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, you could just use cardboard or something you have left over sitting around your house that you were going to throw away. A box, a cereal box that you cut up or something, and you could just, because the inside's probably not going to have anything on it, and then you could just put the number. And then if you're wanting to work on other fine motor skills, it's a fun little activity. You can, if you're wanting to pick up things, you can buy these kind of little, they're kind of like big tweezers. And you can buy them at the Dollar Tree. Let me see what they call them. They call them Jumbo Tweezer. You can buy them at Dollar Tree, but if you don't want to purchase them, you could just, most people have some kind of, that you use for salad in your kitchen, and you can use those also. They're a little, mine at least, are a little more difficult to control. They're bigger. The small one is, to me, it's a little bit easier to control, but you can pick up beans. You can pick up cereal. You can pick up lots of things with them and practice. Okay. And this is one of my favorites. You can squeeze all the little bubbles on the bubble wrap. I love squeezing the bubbles on the bubble wrap. So the next time you get a package that comes to your house, you can save the bubble wrap and squeeze all the little bubbles. This one's not quite as good as some of the other. And if you're wanting to sort things, these are the little bitty cups that you use, a lot of people have in their bathroom. I just put a piece of colored tape around it, but you could put like a little sticker in the bottom, or you could color them, especially if yours are paper. They're probably a little easier to color. If you have a little paint, you could dab some on there. You can make them different colors, and you could sort the pom-poms or sort the little cubes, or pretty much anything that's colored. You could sort cereal if it's different color, like maybe Fruit Loops, it's different colors. Then you can also take old boxes that you have, and you can have them put things in the boxes. You can close them up and cut little holes in the top if you want to, and have them insert things, or you can cut a hole in the side. That probably makes it a little easier for you to get things in and out. Or you can put like 3 holes and put colored dots on it. You could do dots a little. And then this is another one of my favorite activities. And I don't know, we'll see if this will work. But they're called, I probably have to play with it for a minute to get it to work. They're called bingo Dobbers, or bingo markers. And so you can make letters out of them. And you might have to draw the letter on there first. Like you might say D. And then they can make little marks on it, because everybody likes to bang on things, especially when you have colors. Oh. Okay, and for those students who aren't quite at that level, so let's say you are just trying to get them to roll a ball or move it, to reach out and move something, if you have some Velcro and you put it on the outside of a ping pong ball, then you can roll it and you can move it, but it'll stick to the paper. That way it doesn't roll everywhere. And this is just a piece of cardboard covered with a piece of felt that I think was about 25 cents at Walmart, and then I hot glued it on. But I made mine into a little 3-piece board so that it sits up. Don't know if you can really tell that. It's a triangle. But that way I use it for students who have a little vision difficulty, so I can see, can they see the white or colors on black? Can they see colors on red? And can they see colors on the white? Because that's a little more difficult. If you can see that ball on the white, that's a little more difficult than seeing. Okay. Another thing I have done is, I don't know if you ever get these or not, but I was painting a wall recently, and I was trying to decide what color to paint. So I got some paint samples, and for me, I glued them to I glued them to those, you know how you always get those things in the mail, or at least I do, about that are magnets that you're supposed to stick on your refrigerator to remind you of stuff. I cut them all up, and this way I could match the colors. And I have a little magnetic board that I got, and that way I can match the colors. Or I can make patterns. Blue, oh, blue, purple. But again, that didn't cost me anything because I had all that around my house. That really probably would have been trash, mostly. Or if you don't want to do that, you can, I think I got this set of cups from the Dollar Tree. And there's these blocks again, so you can match the blocks. You can sort them, I meant, and match the colors and sort. So you're sorting by color. And I think that is all I have for today. And when I think of some more ideas, we will do part 2. A pipe cleaner, or at some stores they call these like just like they have glitter. They call them glitter sticks or things like that. But I've always called them pipe cleaners. But you could string, you know, beads, or again straws. You can just string things on the pipe cleaners. You could also try if you have any of, I'm not even sure what this stuff is called, but I know you can buy it at Michael's or Joann's. And this is a little harder because you can see it's got little bitty holes in it. But you could try, even if you want to draw a circle or something, and try